It's just really hard for me to even ask you this question because I'm almost in disbelief. If a baby is born on a table as a result of a botched abortion, what would Planned Parenthood want to have happen to that child that's struggling for life? You're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, we believe that any decision that's made should be left up to the woman, her family, and the physician.
What happens in a situation where a baby is alive, breathing on a table, moving? What do your physicians do at that point?
You're recognized.
I do not have that information. I am not a physician. I'm not an abortion provider. So I do not have that information.
I am the doctor you're meeting with today. So
okay.
It's all of it.
Okay.
So I do the state-mandated stuff, which is kind of this part, and then I'm going to go through everything in terms of the procedure, how it works, what we're going to be doing, all of that stuff too. If you feel like you're having contractions and enough discomfort that you think it might be labor, call us. Even if it is 1 o'clock in the morning, we want to know, and we can meet you here in the office to take care of you.
Would it ever come out? Would I give birth while I'm calling you and on the way to what would I do if that happened? If
that happens, just keep calling us, keep heading in this direction.
Okay.
And then we can help.
If it's
well, and that's the
not to get graphic, but if it's moving and stuff, I still come to you?
Still come here.
Okay.
Absolutely. Step 2 is that we do the injection, which is a quick poke through your belly, and that stops the fetal heart, so that makes it so if you were to deliver, there shouldn't be movement, there shouldn't be any of those things.
Okay. So it's almost we're guaranteed we're okay.
We induce a demise, an intrauterine demise.
What does demise mean?
Death.
Does it come out in pieces or does it come out whole?
It depends. Every case is a little bit different because the medicines we give you will help us do different things. But it's more common that it comes out in pieces.
And then what do you do with the baby after, or the pieces and stuff?
So the fetus and everything that goes along with it, the placenta, all of that is sent to a a funeral home, and they're cremated, and then the ashes we spread out in the desert, in the foothills or one of the hills they take them to and spread the ashes into nature. We use a combination of suction and then real instruments to literally go in and grab and pull pieces out.
Okay.
Maybe that's a little more graphic than I usually describe it. When you come in tomorrow, you'll be 23 weeks and 2 days. And the state of Arizona requires me to tell you that at that gestational age, the fetus is about 8 inches from the top of its head to its buttocks. It has a beating heart, fingers, toes, and it can make spontaneous movements.
At this point, does it have all of its organs and all of that stuff? Is it already fully
It's not
developed?
fully developed. It doesn't even look like a baby yet.
It doesn't?
Technically, it has its organs. It has parts, we all have parts, but it's not done.
So, does it have a face or all of that stuff? Or?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. That's what's developing into.
Right. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want you to torture yourself.
And did you understand exactly what the digoxin does? That's the injection that they give you. That's one of your forms that you filled out.
And it goes into my stomach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That stops the heartbeat
of the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're okay with that?
I don't really have another choice, do I?
Well, you don't, but you could probably do it without the digoxin if you wanted to.
How?
Well, it just takes longer.
How do they do it then?
Huh?
How do they do it if they don't use it?
Well, they don't use the digoxin. They'll just suction the baby, and it's possible that there may be movement as they're taking out the fetus.
Movement after?
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens?
Well, then usually it stops on its own.
Okay. So if they use the
Digoxin?
No, what did you say, suction?
Uh-huh.
So if they use the suction, then there's possible movement when it comes out.
Yeah, and sometimes after...
Is it alive or?
Sometimes they are, yeah. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it will come out whole, because they use suction, plus they use instruments, and sometimes the fetuses don't come out, that's not complete.
Okay.
So,
but if it does come out whole,
mm-hmm.
I mean, will they resuscitate it? Like, will I have to take care of it?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, but the digoxin is probably the best thing for it. That way there's no suffering. Okay?
Okay.
I need your signature and date on that line, and then we'll get you going.
If that does happen, like if they do it, if I were to choose to do it that way, like, you would just let it go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you would just let it die on its own
Mm-hmm.
if it was whole and
Mm-hmm.
breathing. Yes?
Then
Okay.
do not resuscitate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just let it die on its own and...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the chances of it coming out with a heartbeat are kind of slim because, like I said, it's a procedure where they use instruments and suction, and it's most of the time they don't come out whole.
Okay.
But
But if it does, then I don't have to worry about getting in trouble or taking a baby home.
Oh, no.
I understand that you're not a physician, but you do represent physicians who do perform this activity. And can you tell me what happens when a baby is alive on the table? At that point, what do they do with the baby that is struggling to live?
You're recognized.
I don't know, and as it's been referenced earlier, we don't know even how prevalent this situation